problem. Tomorrow's a massive day for the Warrior. He needs to deliver. He needs to bring a big name to the table.
He's promised.
Well, he's promised, and I'm riding him like a bull.
He'll
but
get clubbed if he doesn't.
If tomorrow doesn't happen, my support falls away.
Define a big name to the table.
Well,
it's got to be Tony Lockett equivalent in his field. Purple, I'm one of your greatest allies as well, but I'll be jumping right off, and I'll be opening you up to the Wolfpack and telling them to attack.
So when we sit here and say the equivalent in your field, are we talking a journalistic or literary
Well,
guy?
where does Tony Lockett sit in the world of football?
The best.
The best of all time, or it's
So
certainly...
what's his field?
Well, media/journalism, I suppose.
So you want to talk to another journalist?
Well, I'm
not
talking
telling
like
you who I've got,
Letterman,
but what I can say is
That
there
would be
has
big.
been
Leno,
That would be
you
big.
know, someone like that. Oprah.
there's been a breakthrough in the last 30 minutes, and I can now confidently
Okay.
say to you, Gary, that there will be an interview on
All right,
Triple M
so
tomorrow.
that's only half the battle, Walker. Then you've talked it up like I've never seen you talk it
no,
up.
you knew I reluctantly
You
accepted
have,
the challenge on this.
And now you've got to deliver, because now I'm watching the pack. It's just going over like a slot machine right now.
Yeah, and what also too, just given that Jim and I were cut out of the Plugger Lockett interview, the person in question, and I'm not saying if it's female or male,
They want to talk to me.
don't want to talk to you.
They do.
No, they actually don't.
They do
but they
so.
certainly don't want to talk to Spud.
Well, I can
And
understand
What
that.
I can tell you will be happening is that Snorkel will be muting your microphones.
That won't stop me.
International guests coming up.
I'm not saying any more.
That won't stop me, Warren.
You got to give us a snippet. Give us a
From
give us some
well,
sort of-
until
give
the
us a look.
person is on air, Jace, it doesn't happen.
From the
does it?
sporting
But
journalist.
there's been a
Jaced him.
Chase me. He's under pressure.
There's
The
been-
Warrior. Oh, no.
There's been reason for me to now have some confidence that this will happen tomorrow.
Well, let me make this rock gold solid promise.
Hmm.
I'll be getting in on the interview.
Trust
Not
me,
sure about
trust me,
that.
Gary.
Not sure about that.
Trust me, you
You
won't.
Can I ask a
You watch
question?
me.
There's
Not
nothing
always,
surer than you won't.
Otherwise, it'll be a boring interview.
not always getting the opportunity to listen to us that day. But has Warrior ever failed to deliver? I don't think so. Has he?
Well,
No.
Has he delivered?
So, but how can you pot a bloke that's got a 100% record?
I'm not potting him. But if there's nothing tomorrow, he'll be potted.
I like to read body language, Chief, and this is a man who... He's sort of slinking back in his chair a little bit. He's talking out the corner of his mouth. He's sort of not 100%.
see, I read it
I'm not
differently.
taking any questions on this. I'm not going to go with it, John, until I can potentially deliver. I'd say you no chance.
No, I see some quiet confidence.
Daz, I've been around the block enough times to know until you've actually got it in your hand, you haven't got anything.
doesn't fill me with great confidence
What
at
I'm
all.
saying, though, Daz, I wouldn't be saying this unless I was very confident that
Luke.
in the past 35 minutes, something has happened to make me very confident that this will be delivered upon in good Triple M fashion tomorrow.
Do you understand how a wolf pack works? Have you ever studied? You watch National Geographic?
I'm a fan of National Geographic.
Well, you'll know that when a member of a pack becomes on the outer, they just get savaged and ripped to pieces until they slink off into the ether and have to deal on their own. And that's where you're at, Walker. You have been identified as a potential weak link in the pack.
No.
And unless you
Spud's the weak link.
shore it up tomorrow, then the attack dogs will come for you.
Well,
And
Jim.
I will give them I'll go attack, and they'll come.
Jim, you are privy to what I've been doing and negotiating
Oh,
and
what?
brokering.
You've
Yep.
been sucking
No,
up
we've
the
said that on air before. Jim and
Yes.
I have confided. Can you give me your take on if I'm able to pull this
well,
off?
if you're able to pull it off, it's outstanding. I have an enormous
Santo Chilaro.
enormous if around it. But the thing is this, as I best can work it out, Purple, it's about landing the fish. It's not about how good the fish tastes.
Yep.
In other words,
No.
Spud was all about landing Plugger.
That's not right.
Once he had him on air, he asked him how much rain he'd had.
And
So
a ripping
the
question.
quality of the interview was appalling.
You got to
but
tailor your
you had
interview
him,
to
and
your
therefore
talent. And Plugger is big on rain. He was big all over it.
that was the best Spud could come up with Plugger online.
Yeah, he had a bit of rain
Had
up
much
there, big
rain
fella.
up there, big fella.
yeah, we have, Spud.
So it's not about what happens once they're on.
Yes.
It's basically just about landing them. So, Purple, if you land, it will be a very, very good
Well,
achievement.
the evil raccoon has texted in. He said, since Warrior's a bit of a fluffer, maybe the big name's Ron Jeremy.
It's hilarious, isn't it?
Oh, Walker.
The hedgehog. Imagine getting him involved in the Saturday.
Well, yeah, sat in this studio.
Oh,
the
no,
hedgehog,
I've interviewed the hedgehog.
in
Ben
the
Sutton
last 18
reckons,
months.
reckons it's Samantha Armitage from Sunrise. Bigger than that?
Oh, nice.
We'll just leave it.
Just yes or
Leave
no?
it till
Bigger
tomorrow.
than Sam Armitage.
I'm not saying anything more.
Oh, no, I think it's going to be a dud tomorrow.
You're not alluding to anything, is he?
Can you give us a gender?
Caro.
No, I can't.
Someone said it's Caro.
I can say it's not carrot.
Mike Sheen.
Thinking Letterman or Leno, that's from Luke. You reckon it's better not be Hutchie?
Imagine if we build it up and it's the supercar driver.
Did he find Laurie Oakes? Someone said that's from Lockie Harrison. Oh, there's lots of suggestions. Or you've got him up. You got the pack up, so you better deliver.
I've told you my theory
What time
on
tomorrow,
Laurie Oakes.
Jim? Oh, sorry.
I told you my theory on Laurie Oakes.
What's that?
He hasn't moved for 20 years. They just put a
Can't
green
get him.
screen behind him and change it for whatever he's talking about, and he actually hasn't moved.
Matthew Hanks, if Wolf's not in on the interview, I'm tuning out. That's a lot of that coming through, Warrior.
You won't have a choice, Gary.
Well, that's yet to your detriment. Full confidence in Wackfry, thinking Letterman or Leno. So that's a strong coming through. A lot of people think it's coming from overseas. Can you confirm it's an international?
I've said I'm going to be saying no more until we get this person on the line tomorrow.
Could
Is it
be-
about 1 o'clock, Jim, tomorrow? Or thereabouts?
I'm not sure. Well,
Yep.
it'll be
Don't
when
stuck
the
up the gym.
availability comes.
Ash Harvey could be in for a big surprise. James Packer is in town. That's come
That
from
would be a
Ash
good. That would
Harvey.
be a good.
And nicely cashed up.
I've already interviewed James Packer.
Oh,
Just drop that name.
look at that.
Where did that humble young
It's
man
just
go?
bouncing around on the floor. That name is
Tom
just
Madigan
these-
reckons it'll be the biggest flop since LeBron James in Game 6. So it's for Shane Kelly, international Irish member of the
He's
pack.
always
So
positive.
confident am I in my man Perps that I will be setting my alarm for 2:55 a.m. tomorrow morning. # total confidence. John Stewart.
That'll be just when Shane's getting home, by the way.
That's it. No, that'll be. Oh yeah, it will be. Yeah. Jimmy Traffic says John Stewart.
Oh,
Any
that would
chance?
be a
That'd
good
be
get. John
The
Stewart.
Daily Show. He's doing no interviews anywhere in the world at the moment.
No.
Isn't he? Adam Barkley reckons it's Darren Hinch. Michael Charlton says he'll deliver Billy Brown. Oh, nice.